On Sunday night, Jake Paul goes head to head with Tommy Fury in Saudi Arabia, and it's live, as we've told you, all morning on talkSPORT. But before that, former Geordie Shore star Aaron Chalmers faces Floyd Mayweather. Yes, that's Floyd Mayweather at the O2 Arena on Saturday night. It will be the first time that Mayweather has boxed on UK soil. Remarkable. Mayweather is a boxing legend, whilst Chalmers has one pro boxing fight. Can the man beat a boxing great? Well, we are absolutely to be delighted to be joined in the studio by the man himself. A very, very good morning to Aaron Chalmers. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
No, listen, it's brilliant. We really thank you for coming in, right? But the first question we've got to ask you, and Andy and I have been looking and talking about it all morning, you're, with the greatest respect, you're going in at the deep end with Floyd Mayweather, eh?
Do you know what it is? I'm one of these people where I just take every chance that's given to us. Do you know what I mean? I don't think about it. I know people might think I'm a bit crazy, but it's a no-lose situation for me. Everyone probably expects him to just blast us out of there. The man's had 50 fights, 50 wins, never been knocked on his bum. So yeah, it's a no-lose situation for me. So anything I do, as long as I put on a good performance, I know bigger things will come in the YouTube boxing world for me. So that's the route I want to go down. And after fighting Floyd Mayweather, everything after that should be a walk in the park.
Alan, tell me how did the actual fight come about? I mean, I'd forgotten that.
That's the question.
Mayweather had never fought in British Shaw. We're talking one of the greats of all time here.
Yes.
Right, so I always go by treat someone how you want to be treated. Five years ago, when I was in the height of Geordie Shore, one of his team was in Belgium, and he was my security guard for the weekend. We're going around like different clubs and stuff, so he was my security.
You've got a security guard?
No. When I went to Belgium, though, I was given a security guard just to travel around with us. You know,
I would have thought everybody else needed a security guard. How's that?
Well, at the time I was drinking. I wasn't really fighting. I was drinking for a living, so it was a bit of an opposite. You know what I mean?
Point taken, mate. Point taken.
So one of his security guard I had was part of the money team.
Right.
So I heard that Liam Harrison had pulled out with a knee injury. So I just sent an off the cuff message on Instagram. Not thinking he still had my number. I've still got the same number. Text us, ring me now. Rang him within 10 minutes. He gave us the fight because I had took him for a meal and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Just treat him how you would treat anyone. And so 5 years later, it spanned back around, as in you could call it good karma. And I got the fight 2 days later. The contract was in my inbox.
So tell me all about the organisation. How did you manage to get him over here? You not go there, Wembley, the whole thing.
So he was already booked. The fight was already booked. He was meant to fight a lad from Leeds called Liam Harrison, a Muay Thai fighter. I got wind he had a knee operation, so he pulled out. So the fight was already. I think he's doing like a few fights around. I think he's going to come back to the UK, do another fight similar to an exhibition. So yeah, it was literally an off the cuff message, and I thought, well, it's a throwaway message. And literally within 10 minutes, I was on the phone, and the fight was mine. And
incredible. Amazing how things like that are put together. It's a fantastic opportunity for you, Alan, which is great that you sound like you're right up for it and you want to grab it. Now, look, how does anyone begin to do homework on Floyd Mayweather? Where do you start with trying to plot whatever's going to be needed to beat him on the night?
Well, this is the thing. So I told my coach on the Monday, because I wasn't allowed to tell anyone, so I told him on the Monday, and it was like, how do you prepare? So you can't really prepare for someone. You can't bring anyone in to emulate him. Do you know what I mean? So we just prepared for like output, plenty of output in fitness.
Right.
So we need to try and keep the tempo high and just not get carried away, because we all know if you get carried away, next thing I know, I could be looking at the bright lights on the ceiling. So I need to keep my feet on the ground and just try and be smart with it, not let the occasion get to us. But I've fought 7 times in MMA. I've fought in front of 8,000-9,000 people and stuff. So it's not like it's my first time of fighting in front of a big crowd. Obviously, I've never fought someone on the level of Floyd Mayweather, but I'm not letting him and his persona in everything take over us. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to let him bully us around the ring just because of who he is. So I said yesterday to him, for however long the fight goes, you'll be getting zero respect from me in the ring. All respect before, all respect after, but when the fight's in there, it's kill or be killed mentality from me.
Well, as you know, there's massive fight at the weekend over in Saudi Arabia. We've been covering it. Our boys have got it live on talkSPORT, where Jake Paul obviously faces Tommy Fury. What's your take on that fight? How do you see it going? And there's a train of thought that Tommy Fury has more to lose. Is that fair?
I think all the pressure's on Tommy. Just because of the 2 pullouts. I don't know the stories behind the pullouts, but 2 pullouts. What's been said from his dad, his brother, the boxing background. On paper, Tommy should demolish Jake, but Tommy's got everything to lose. His dad said if he loses, he's retiring him from boxing. Tommy's saying he can't lose to a YouTuber. His brother said if he loses, he has to stay in Saudi Arabia.
Nice little support, isn't it? And they're right behind him.
You know what I mean? So I feel like
he's not feeling any pressure at all.
I feel like all the pressure's on Tommy. Wow. Whereas if Tommy beats Jake, it's like, well, Jake can just say, well, I'm a YouTuber. Do you know what I mean? So me personally, I think the pressure is on Tommy, and I don't know. Like, I've seen Jake knock out top UFC, ex-UFC champions. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Who have been in there with some of the best fighters in the world over the years. So
I did see one of the punches he threw in one of his fights, and it looked like there was nothing on the end of it. And the fella went over, and I thought, hold on a minute, that looks like he's hardly hit him.
Yeah,
and
it touched his nose, didn't it?
He did.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's my nose, he's entitled to go down. but it just looked like a tap, didn't it? And I thought to myself, hold on a minute, I'm not sure about that one. So, look, for boxing's sake, and obviously, look, you're going down a different route. Yeah. You're going down that route, trying to make something, and I admire that, because anyone who goes in that ring to try and make a few quid deserves all the respect. But I hope that Tommy Fury steps up and shows the world that you can't just turn up and be a boxer and think you're a boxer. And I think that there's more to it than that. There has to be more to it.
Would you fancy the winner? Taking on the winner?
You know what it is, I'm not going to lie. So last year I thought all these big fights like that were getting away from us. I only had 1 pro fight, and nothing seemed to go my way. Now I've been chucked right back in the mix with Floyd. So I would love the winner or the loser. Like with the greatest respect to both of them, I hope they have a great fight. But yeah, I'm waiting in the wings. I would love to take any one of them after.
Well, I'm just thinking, mate, that obviously a lot of people out there can hear that accent and know you're from just kind of outskirts of Ashton of Gosforth. There is a big game at the weekend down here. Surely 1 or 2 of the lads and lasses will come and see you.
So my barber was saying that Jamal Lascelles was in, and he was on about getting tickets for the fight, but I'm not sure he'll be allowed to get tickets for the fight when he's got a big cup final the next day. I don't think that'll go down too well in the media, but like I say, I'm hoping a lot of people will be tuning in. I know loads of lads that are just coming down without a ticket to be in London for the weekend, so they're coming to the fight. But it's huge. I mean, I would have bet my house this time last year. Me fighting Floyd Mayweather in Newcastle being in a cup final, I would have put my house on it, because it would have never happened. So I would have been homeless if I had done that. Do you know what I mean? Because it's crazy. It's big for Newcastle. I would 100% take the Carabao Cup in 6th place in the league any day of the week.
It's some turnaround. I was there. I was there for the second game of the second leg of the League Cup against Southampton. Atmosphere, the place is just jumping, rocking. It really is fantastic. Listen, thank you so much for coming in to the studio this morning. It's been brilliant to see you. Breath of fresh air, and we wish you all the very, very best at the weekend, mate.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us. Thank you.
Pleasure. Good luck at the weekend. Stay with us. 9:10 to 8.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.